Hi everyone, my name is BellaRoseLPS and I'm so excited to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today I want to discuss theories that I have in regards to what the possible theme might be for the upcoming release of Wave 4. To add a little bit of context and discussion here as to why I think my theories are going in the direction that they are before I get into them entirely. If we look at older generations of Littlest pet shops, such as the Hasbro generations especially, they all had kind of their own unique themes, even if they were subtle, such as when we look at the Rainbow Mystery Packs theme, they had that rainbow theme there, and it was exciting and it brought something special to the series. So I'm hoping that Basic Fun has taken into consideration our feedback and is going in the right direction as far as giving it kind of a grounding and giving it a theme to go off of rather than just willy-nilly random stuff such as like random accessories again. Here is the official mock-up from Toy Insider, and for those interested I will have the link for the article in my description below. But as you can see on this mock-up, it is pretty set in stone. It doesn't look like it's still in the final decision stage. It looks like it's done. And my basis on that is that it has the official brand logo on it from Littlest Pet Shop. It has a pretty well done drawing of the panda from the promotional materials that we've been seeing. It also features the one pet that every blind pack set has come with, and that is going to be the koala, it looks like, which is pretty exciting. Everybody has been loving the koala since we found out that we're getting one. Going off of that, I want to take a deeper look into this design. As you can see at the top, it has a bit of a handle with pearl like beads, and if you can tell, this looks like a purse. To me, this looks absolutely like a bag or a purse of some sort. So going off of that comes my theory. And it's not just the fact that it looks like a purse, but it's also the big freaking bow that's on the panda's forehead. Here is my theory. I think that we are getting a fashion or stardom themed set for Littlest Pet Shop Wave 4 from Basic Fun. Now, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. I could be completely wrong. I could be barking up the wrong tree. However, my basis for this is that the previous 3 waves that we've had in Generation 7, we've not had many fashion-forward accessories. We've had a couple scarves and similar accessories, but nothing too exciting. Now, on that basis, I think that we are well due for some fashion accessories, and this pack could be giving us what we've been wanting. For those of you who, like me, grew up during the initial releases of the Littlest Pet Shop series, Hasbro did a fairly well job on the majority of the accessories that they had, especially in regards to fashion. We saw LPS drama series such as LPS Barkwood High, LPS Popular, utilize fashion accessories on the LPS to make certain statements, such as Brooke being a little bit more preppy and Savannah being less so until she got her makeover. And that was a huge thing back in the day because people wanted to dress up their little pet shops to look just like Brooke and Savannah or other similar characters. Now, I'm not saying Basic Fun is going to go off the basis and make accessories just so people can use them in their videos, but I am saying they probably have realized that they've overdone it a bit in regards to the overlap within accessories and are trying to make up for that a little bit within this next wave, or at least I hope so. I'm hoping that they've taken our feedback into consideration, and I'm just hoping that it's going to go up from here. We're not going to get like a lot of hard plastic, and instead it'll be reminiscent of some of the older pieces of fashion materials that we got for Littlest Pet Shops in previous days. Moving on, I would like to discuss one of the first leak images that we have of potential pets for Wave 4. Looking at this image, I posted this on my Instagram stories. I originally found it on Reddit, but I've seen people say it's originally from a platform called Taobao. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. I'm gonna point out each of the new pets that I see personally, because a lot of the pets in here are pets that we already have from previous wave. I do see a new Himalayan cat at the top, a potential hermit crab, I think that is, a new squirrel or chipmunk, whatever, a new fox, and of course my most excited notice is that new Dachshund, which is black and brown, second row, third to the right. Y'all have seen both Hasbro and Basic Fun's Dachshunds. We all know that none of them look like that. So not only are we getting a little bit more details, but this one does not look finished, which tells me it probably may not be in this wave. And that's okay. It's going to be disappointing irregardless because I love Dachshunds. I'm a Dachshund mom myself in real life, meaning I actually have a Dachshund as a pet. Her name is Alfie and she's turning 9 this summer. And she kind of looks like this Dachshund, but she has white spots as well. So I was really excited about the idea of having a new Dachshund to add to my collection, especially one that kind of looks a little bit like her. But I won't be too disappointed if she's not in this collection because, again, she does not look finished. She looks very, very incomplete to me, especially in comparison to all the other pets with all their details. She just looks a little too plain, if that makes sense. Going down a row, it looks like we're getting a new owl, a new short hair, a new sloth, which has an interesting color choice, the koala that we've all been seeing in the promotional picture, the panda, of course, and it looks like a peacock. And then we have a new octopus, a new cow. That one I'm pretty excited for because I actually really like the color scheme on that. A giraffe. And then lo and behold, we are finally getting the chihuahuas back. Everybody was so excited to see this chihuahua, especially because she looks eerily similar to some old chihuahuas that we've seen from Hasbro. Right next to her, we have a new cat. I'm not sure of the type of cat that is. I just know the head is big. And then we are also getting pugs back, and a lot of people were like losing their minds over this pug because we didn't have an idea on how Basic Fun was going to translate pugs into their runs. So it's exciting to know that they are bringing back an older mold for the pugs and sticking to the roots as far as Littlest Pet Shop goes and not going too haywire with a new design. Then it looks like we're getting a new cheetah. I'm not sure about that corgi. I think it might be from an older run wave. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. And then of course we are getting a new golden panda. This one is a little bit of a surprise because the LPS ambassadors did get trophies with golden pandas on them. However, they didn't have detailed eyes on them. They were also just gold. So this tells me that this is probably going to be like a rare figure in the blind packs, or maybe an exclusive within a bigger pack. And regardless, I'm excited for it because I do love me a gold figure and I will cherish this one as soon as I get my hands on it. So going over those pets, again, I don't think we're going to see all of these pets within this new wave. I think a decent chunk of them are going to be cut, in my honest opinion. And the reason I say that is because they don't all go together. And I understand that not all of the pets in waves 1, 2, or 3 go together, but these ones are definitely on two different spectrums as far as designs go. We have some that are very simplistic in coloring, and then we have some that are like wild berry colors. So going off of that basis, I think we're going to see a good chunk of these pets be cut and potentially used in a future wave, or not used at all. Maybe they're just testing the waters to see what they like, and these were the ones that ended up fitting the bill for the time being. But as we've seen Basic Fun's track record with having leaks go about, I don't think we're going to be seeing all of these. I think some of them are definitely going to be cut. Moving on to the second leak image that we received today from bless__dolls is where I got this image at the very least. I believe she got this from LPS Cutest, which is why she has tagged her in this story post. As you can see, we have some pets that we already saw in the previous leak image, as well as some brand new ones. We already have the zebra, and I'm pretty sure we already have that ant, but we don't have that gerbil or hamster, and we don't have that bird. We also looks to be have a new ant, and I think that's a sheepdog in the top left corner. Don't quote me on that though, because I have no clue what that dog actually is. Regardless, these are some pretty wild colors going on, but that's not what has my attention. What has my attention are the two bows on the side on the right. Those look pretty similar to the bow that the panda is wearing in the promotional material on the mock-up image. And I'm a little disappointed, I gotta say, if this in fact is the bows that we are going to be getting, because if so, I don't know what I was hoping for. Maybe I was hoping for some of the older types where they were elastic and had like a kind of satiny feel to them and were not hard plastic, but I just don't like the direction that we're going in where we're getting hard plastic accessories, because we stumble into the issue that they can really only fit 1 or 2 pets. And with the old accessories, you could fit a bunch more than just 1 or 2 pets, and that's what people liked about them. Also, the look of them. As far as hard plastic goes, it's just really hard to make it a one size fits all. and you end up stumbling into that issue where it only fits 1 or 2 pets. So that's where my disappointment comes in, at least. Again, I'm trying not to hold too many hopes here because I know we don't even have the full picture. We don't even really know what we're getting with this pack, and this is just my theories that we're going off of. But based on my theories, if this is a fashion forward pack, I'm really hoping that it's not just all going to be hard plastic. That is it for today. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree that you think this might be a fashion forward pack, or do you have different theories? Tell me, I need to know. If you haven't already, please consider giving this video a like, subscribe, maybe even a share to your friends. I would love to formulate a discussion based on what we all think wave 4 might look like, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye!